Well, we certainly know the layers of loss during the pandemic are deep and far-reaching. That's very evident in the rental home industry, where tenants are still protected thanks to an eviction moratorium that was recently extended. But we continue to hear from landlords about how they're the ones truly suffering staggering losses. Channel 3's Wendell Edwards took a trip to New Haven and West Haven with a property manager to witness the struggle up close.
On Beer Street in New Haven, according to the landlord, the tenant who lives in this unit has not paid rent since the pandemic began.
Anybody home? It's Wendell from Channel 3.
We wanted to talk to her and asked her why. She didn't answer our knock on the door.
I guess she doesn't want to talk to us.
David Candelora is the property manager. He allowed us to accompany him seeking answers from non-paying renters. Even in an eviction moratorium, tenants still need to pay rent, whatever amount they can, according to the CDC. They just can't be kicked out if they don't.
She was not shy about talking to us and telling us why she wasn't paying the rent. It's just trying to give a rational answer to owners who are struggling right now.
Some renters are flat refusing to pay despite their obligations. In this state, with multiple units, on average, each rental unit is in arrears, more than $10,000 or higher.
All of the available data, particularly from the U.S. Census Bureau, indicates that this is a cascading crisis.
Retired Superior Court Judge Robert Holzberg says programs are out there to help tenants. That, in turn, helps landlords.
And I often used to comment that the tenants were one check away from homelessness and the landlords were one check away from bankruptcy or foreclosure, and that is certainly the case today.
Holzberg says programs like Unite CT helps renters that are impacted by the pandemic. The program gives as much as $10,000 in rental assistance, but tenants have to apply. Candelora says therein, for many landlords, lies the problem.
The programs are there, the tenants aren't doing them, so they're taking advantage of the moratorium. I mean, there's no other way around it.
And he says the fallout is heavy.
Those bills are still due. You know, we're not going to be able to go after these tenants and sue them to recover any kind of money. Right. There's nothing there.
We told you about 2 weeks ago about the rental properties in ruins. Candelora says it's happening everywhere. In West Haven, he showed us this.
Have to live with it. You can see all the trash. They come over here, they play dice.
You can see for yourself, trash is all over the property.
She's destroying the house, and now the other neighbors have to live with it.
This tenant has been paying rent. Candelora wants to evict them, but can't with the eviction moratorium in place. It's one massive hurdle, creating even more frustration. A housing crisis where both sides seem to be suffering. In West Haven, Wendell Edwards, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Now, keep in mind, renters are expected to pay rent back once those moratoriums are lifted, but some landlords fear they will never see that money again.